Hey guys, my name is Alex Keys, and I am a professional racing driver in Redbull Global Rally Cross. So my favorite part about being a rally driver is that of all the types of racing I've done open wheel, sports cars. Rally driving is sort of like the most pure form because you have dirt, you have pavement, there's jumps, so you can't really ever settle into the racing environment because there's dirt all over the track. It changes every lap, so it kind of keeps you on your toes, and it's a lot of fun to go out there and try to figure out the track. So the car I drive in Global Rallycross is based off a Ford Fiesta, but it's built by Olsberg's MSE in Sweden. So it is a purpose-built. It has a tube frame chassis. It's got a Ford 4-cylinder engine in it, so it makes around 300 horsepower to the crank, and they're all-wheel drive. Stage rally, which is the racing through the woods. So they go point to point in the woods, and they drive 4-wheel drive cars. Basically, we take those cars. The Red Bull cars are actually a little bit faster, and we race them on a closed course. So we may go to a different racetrack or a random parking lot, or one time we were racing in Vegas at some hotel. So we go all these different places. They bring in dirt. They build the track with Armco barrier. They build a 70-foot jump every single time. So there's kind of like a method to it. And it's cool because everywhere you go is a little bit different, and it's all focused on the show. So it's really quick racing, 5 to 10 minute racing, and just you race flat out. So everyone is racing as hard as they can for a very short period of time. What's up, Grizzlies? It's Alex Keys, Red Bull Global Rallycross driver. Brandon from Grizzly TV invited me down to test out his car today. We're gonna be testing out the ST XTA Coilovers, see how they handle through the corners, and then we're also gonna be taking them through some bumps. Super excited to drive his car. I've been following his build online. I also drive a black GTI, however, mine is a Mark 6, but I've watched a lot of his videos, seen the cool stuff he was doing. I was starting to do my car project at the same time. I've been posting my build mostly on Instagram, but it was cool to kind of see his build and how creative he is with YouTube, so I really wanted to collab with him. I've been talking to him for a little while, so it's cool to finally meet up with him. I wanted him to drive my car, but I was having a little bit of technical difficulties with my car today with some fueling issues, so not sure he'll be able to drive it, but it always happens to me when I get far enough away from home, my car seems to break down on me. Just kind of luck, I guess. I'm gonna be giving his car a test today, so really excited to see how it drives.
You okay with turning the air off? Yeah. All right. We're going full race car, guys. Air conditioning off. This is gonna be fucking brutal. Okay, I'm a big boy. I need my air. All right, so we got a nice little mountain hill pass here. My buddy Alex right here, professional Red Bull. That's a good game. Check it out, Android Market. No, but he's a professional Red Bull rally car driver. So I have faith in him. I'm letting him drive my car. I'm probably gonna shit myself because I've never been passenger in my car. I did have the JB4 on. I took it off to put the JB1 because I'm having some issues. I'll tell you about that later. But for now, I'm gonna give him the reins. Please don't kill me.
No, we won't.
Crash my car.
I gotta live too, man.
I know, probably, man. I'll take your car home if you total mine.
If
it moved, it doesn't move. So, all right, let's do this, man.
Alrighty. Clear?
Yeah, clear.
Your spotter today.
All right, let's do it.
We maybe just scrape a little.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a little bit of that. Put this down. Oh!
Didn't happen.
No one saw that.
Sounds pretty good.
It sounds good.
It's a blow-off valve, right?
Is it in sport mode? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Yeah,
blow-off valve, huh?
That is the HKS blow-off valve. For those of you who don't know, ooh, nice. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna get those nice like back and forths here. This is why I wish I had a harness and a cage, because I could definitely kind of squeeze myself in here a bit better and feel these turns a bit nicer. Ah, nice.
It's got got some power, that's for sure.
It's got a little bit of low-end torque.
Yeah.
It's honestly, have you ever driven the Fiesta ST or the Focus ST?
Yeah, I've driven the Fiesta.
They really have some good low-end torque. It's surprising how the low-end torque is in those. I was happily surprised, but when it comes to top-end speed or just drivability, it doesn't get better than the GTIs. Volkswagen, sorry, we win.
Yeah, and the thing, this is my first time in the Mark 7 too, so the Mark 7, definitely a step up from the Mark 6, which is what I have.
Yeah, it's funny too, because the first car I ever drove, first Volkswagen I ever drove, was a Mark 5 GTI, and I absolutely loved it. I completely fell in love with it, even though it had the older type of interior, and just the handling was amazing. Even though it was an older car, the interior was still very nice from a lot of the cars I've driven. Right. So that's why when I went to check out the Mark 7 GTI, I was happily surprised to see it's very, very nice interior. Oh yeah, definitely Germany does a good job with interiors. That's the one thing I like about my car a lot. You know, the big thing for being a front wheel drive car is that your car doesn't seem to really have any torque steer, which is surprising. Yeah. Even with the JB1, like that's a pretty big jump in power still, even though it's the JB1, not the JB4. A lot of people ask, like, with extra power, do you get that torque steer or any kind of like weird handling? And honestly, nothing. Even with the JB4 on map 2, wow. I no torque steer, no any of that. It just felt nice. It felt linear. It felt clean. It was very, very nice. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna take a U-turn, and we are gonna take the road back up there. That's gonna take us on a little bit of a bumpy ride. Wasn't it back up there? Or is this is it?
Yeah, this is it.
No shit. Oh, that was far.
Same road. I think we came in the opposite direction we planned on, but it's still pretty bumpy.
So we went backwards. Okay.
Yes.
No, yeah. So you guys are gonna see just how well this handles.
Oh, yep, scraped.
Oh shit, that's a gas pothole.
Oh, we're okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so
we're good.
You might be able to hear if I stop talking about the scraping and rubbing that's going on. I think I have it a bit too low in the front. So the fenders do scrape a bit. I have done the fender screw mod, as well as pulled them a bit and rolled them, so it shouldn't. I'm also -2 camber in the front with my ST Suspensions XTA Coilovers. But
I'm just gonna get used to gritting my teeth. But you know what? It's actually not bad, because I mean, I was talking to you earlier, and you said that you know, these have adjustable damping, and I believe you told me that you pretty much just took an Allen and just screwed them all the way tight. So
I did. I lost the tool that was supposed to help count how many clicks you stiffen and dampen it, and I just said screw it and got an Allen wrench and twisted it all the way stiff. And actually I was pretty happily surprised about it, because even all the way stiff is not that bad. It's actually, I mean, of course, if you're a luxury kind of guy and you want that, you know, buttery smooth and it's not about performance for you, then yeah, stiff is not your...
This is a race car.
Yeah, this is more race car, which is why I'm really not worried about it. My wife doesn't care too much. My kids like to go fast, so I enjoy it. Actually, it kind of makes it feel more like fast, even though it's slow as fuck. Exactly.
Hey, but that keeps you out of prison.
Hey, yeah, it does. I mean, you can enjoy the drive without going, you know, to a traffic court.
Yeah, racing people is, you know, it can be fun, but you can go to jail for that. If you feel like you're going fast, but you're actually not, then, you know, it's all for your enjoyment, and that's really what matters. It's your car, right?
What's most important, kids, is if you're going to drive fast, make sure you drive faster than the police. Because if you're not faster than them, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, man, like definitely the coilovers, for the fact that you screwed them in all the way stiff, it really wasn't that bad going over those bumps. I mean,
and those are some, like, you're talking massive potholes.
Yeah, they were
at least
gnarly.
6 inches deep. Those are really, really big.
Yeah, so I mean, I think once you raise up your car, it'll be a little bit better, just because it won't bottom out, and you know, I think you can leave it full stiff.
So we're gonna do one more round down here. We're gonna stop talking for that one so you guys can hear the road and see if you hear it scrape. Let me know in the comments below if you guys can hear it, and let me know what you guys think about the drivability, in a way, of the coilovers in the bumpy road, because those are some huge potholes. We're talking about 6 inches deep. So for completely stiff and pretty much bottomed out on these coils, we're still handling extremely well for something that's supposed to be a lower end coilover. Their ST coilovers are made by KW. Of course, they have different levels, the XTA being the highest level, but definitely worth it for a so-called budget coilover that is incredibly performance-based.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I drive through this lap too, I would like to comment a little bit on the balance of your car, just to see, you know, Volkswagens from the factory. For those of you who have driven a Volkswagen, they have a lot of understeer, so they want to push from the front end, kind of the opposite of like a drift car that wants to slide in the back. These want to plow straight into a wall. So it'll be. I know you put on a rear sway bar as well.
Yes, I do have a ST Suspensions rear sway bar. I believe it's a 25 millimeter.
Yep.
I'll have to check on that. But they also did send me a front sway bar. I have not installed that yet. But once I do, we'll be sure to get back together with Alex and do some more reviews for you guys.
Yeah, most definitely. The sway bar for a Volkswagen GTI is the #1 performance mod I like to recommend, just because it really balances out the car. And really, you only need the rear one, but the front one, I heard, can also help as well. It's just a huge pain to install because you have to drop the subframe. And
yes, that's the main reason we didn't do it, because we'd already been working on a 12-hour install, and we were like, we're done. we're not doing anymore.
Yes, we're done.
I'm gonna turn on the air because I can't take it anymore. So
yeah, we're just
it may hurt the performance a little bit. Dude, I'm soaked right now. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm drenched.
Oh yeah.
That's the thing, man. You don't have to go too fast here. It's all about just taking the turns.
So balance so far feels pretty good. Definitely has better steering feel than the Mark 6. Prefer the Mark 7 has a much heavier wheel to it, which is a good thing. See when the trees start to part, you can kind of tell what's going to come up, but a lot of times you're just kind of guessing.
I totally forgot what I was saying, man, but dude, you drive this so much harder than me. Yeah, you drive pretty well, man. That's pretty nice. Like,
no, I try to take it easy on the street, just because, you know, try to be somewhat civilized. Luckily, I get to take out a lot of my rage on the racetrack, so it's kind of nice. I actually took my GTI to the racetrack. I hit 136 at Cal Speedway.
Nice.
So I'm Unitronic Stage 2, and I was able to hit pretty fast speeds there. I was chasing down some Corvettes, you know. It always feels good to pass a Corvette or a Mustang when you're in a Volkswagen Golf.
I almost want to get out of the car and show you guys that pothole, because that thing is so huge.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
That is insane.
Yeah, we went over it last time. I'm not doing that again.
Squirrel! Oh, squirrel almost killed us. we were talking about that earlier. So we had this whole conversation, I don't know if you guys care or not, about clickbait and titles. And we were talking about some other YouTubers who do that, such as like TJ Hunt, do like crazy things. Like if a squirrel was to cross the road and you just swerved a little bit to, you know, let it go by, the clickbait would be almost killed by squirrel with a ravenous squirrel on your face or some shit in the car. Like that's what it's come to, guys. You don't get views unless you just exaggerate the shit out of your videos.
You know what? I think we should make the title of this video. That.
You want to make it the title? Okay.
Almost got killed by
Almost
squirrel.
got killed by a squirrel.
Yeah.
During review with Redbull Rally Car Driver.
I approve. I mean, honestly, people tell you a car is an investment. It's really not.
It's a toy.
So you might as well have fun with it, right?
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Do cool stuff to it. Have a good time. If it blows up, it blows up.
That's what you do. Like when you modify a car, you know the risk when you're going into it. Like if you blow it up, it's on you. If something breaks, it's on you. You modified it. But we understand that. But that's the fun. That's what really drives the whole thing. It's like you make it unique to your personality. That's why when people are like, "Oh, that looks fucking nice," or this and that, it's like, bro, like that's their personality. Like, you know, if that's what they like, let them do what they want to do, man. I've seen a GTI. I don't know if you've seen it, Mark 7, the big ass like wing, like GT wing.
Oh yeah,
I've seen that one. I think his name's like Brian Ferunze or something like that. I don't know. I'll have to find you, Brian. But it's actually a pretty nice GTI with a big ass wing on it, and I think it looks pretty decent. I mean, if it had more like aero on it, maybe a wide body, I think it would look perfect. But a lot of people hate on it because it's JDM or it's whatever.
The wide body's cool.
Yeah, I love wide body.
Expensive to do,
but definitely if you can make it happen.
And the looks isn't even just the main part, it's the fact that you get to add so much traction and tread. Like just having those fat tires not only looks good, but it really helps with just like grip and planting that power. That's why I like it.
At one of my GRC races in Connecticut, actually, Sam Dobbins' car, I think it's a GTI RS, right?
Yeah, I think that's what he called it, yeah, the GTI
I think
RS.
it has 285s on it, which is insane.
It's wide.
That's insane.
I believe even Ahlstrom McVicker said he had like 3 something on his.
Yeah, the grip from that, you know, you can probably rip first gear from with like stage 3 big turbo and be totally okay.
So maybe in the future, guys, you might see a wide body, you might not, because I'm pretty fucking broke. But I think that's pretty much it for that, huh?
Yeah, that was good.
So we'll say thank you to Alex Keys. Go check out his channel, Alex Keys Racing. He has an awesome Instagram, guys. Check out his Instagram. He got like 30,000 followers on there. Okay. Pretty freaking impressive. So check that out. If you guys liked the video, be sure to like it, subscribe if you haven't.